When people think of Amsterdam, they think of the beautiful architecture, the canals and seedy nightlife, but they rarely think of dangerous hoods, of no-go zones. Now, I've come here because a viewer reached out to me. He's an English lad, but he now lives here in Amsterdam, and he wants to show me a part of his city which has a fearsome reputation, doesn't it? This is Lewis.
Hello.
Thank you for inviting me to this wonderful city. It didn't take much to convince me to come.
Absolutely.
So why am I here? What do you want to show me?
So I've been watching your videos a lot recently. I've noticed a big change in life in the UK since I've lived there. And I'm really interested to see what you and the viewers think about areas that people consider dangerous here. So
Okay.
I live in what is considered to be one of the most notorious areas of the city, and you're going to meet a lot of characters. You're going to see a lot of interesting things, and I'm just interested to hear how you perceive it and how dangerous you perceive it in comparison to what England is like.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, Britain is in some ways in quite a state these days. Yeah, I'm interested too. Let's see what life is like in the social housing areas, the so-called dangerous areas of Amsterdam.
Absolutely.
Let's
go. Let's do it.
I'm making a video. I'm going to an area called the Bijlmer because apparently it's got a reputation of being a dodgy, dangerous place. What's the Bijlmer like?
It's ugly. There's a lot of high-rise.
Yeah.
It was originally built with a lot of idealism about it being a new sort of garden town outside of Amsterdam, but it really went down the drain. There was a lot of criminality, drugs abuse.
Okay.
Just keep your eyes open.
Yeah.
And
Keep
you're
eyes in
big
the back of my head.
eyes, so
Yeah. I bought my security, so yeah. Okay. Yeah, okay. Thank you very much. Thank you. Yeah.
Just watch out with the parking garages. If you go in and it's dark,
Yeah.
don't with them.
I know they say it's a bit like dangerous, huh? But I come from Paris. I remember that I was a bit scared in the beginning because my Uber driver, when he dropped me like in the Bijlmer, he was like, "Oh, usually I don't take like rides that go to the Bijlmer." I was
Really?
like, "Why?" And he said, "Yeah, because one time I got robbed or I don't know what."
Okay.
But then personally, I never experienced it. I was always like chilling, having drinks around Bijlmer and going there super late. It's just because it's more poor and more mixed city, but then I don't feel unsafe.
So you think I'll survive with my camera, walking around, talking to people? You don't think I'll get stabbed or robbed or shot?
So, no.
Okay.
It's worth giving it a try.
Yeah, I'll try. I'll try my best to get robbed, yeah? Thank you. Do you know the Bijlmer? People told me it's a dangerous, a rough area.
No, not at all.
Do you think I'll survive with my camera? You think I'll be all
Absolutely.
good? Okay.
Especially in the daytime. There's some places in the Bijlmer that have more criminality, some youth gangs, but that's everywhere.
For many years, a lot of junkies are living there.
Yeah, that's true.
And that will be the problem, like everywhere. When there are junkies, there is some crime.
Yeah. Well, where there are junkies, there are dealers. And that's the crime, isn't it?
That's because they steal. Because they steal.
Yeah, stealing to feed the habit.
To get their junk. Yeah.
The area that we're going to check out, the Bijlmer, and you'll have to forgive my pronunciation of Dutch place names, it's certainly got a checkered history and an interesting past. It was built in the 1960s, and initially it was meant to be quite swanky accommodation for middle-class families, but many things they got wrong with the design, and by the 70s it had basically declined into quite a dangerous neighbourhood, very high crime rates, and an infamous part of Amsterdam. It's also got a really sad tale, because in 1992 an aeroplane crashed into two of the tower blocks there, killing many people. Really sad tale. But I'm interested to see really how it compares to the UK, how social housing, infamous area here in Amsterdam. What's it like to these places that I visit in the UK? I can't wait to check it out and see how it fares compared to Britain. So Lewis, this is the infamous Bijlmer estate.
Indeed, yeah.
Would you call it an estate?
Yeah, it's one of the biggest estates in the city.
Yeah.
Also has a really notorious reputation for being the worst area to be in.
What's going on with this?
Yeah, you'll see a lot of this.
Why will we see a lot of this?
So This will have just been abandoned there. Someone's left it because it's out of use.
Yeah.
And the second anything's left there for more than a few days, it'll just be ripped apart by people collecting scrap.
Just stripped for scrap.
Yeah.
And then
doing
what, the
whatever
council
they
have to
can
come and move this away?
I mean, this has been here now for at least 10 months or so.
Yeah.
But
And it just sits there.
yeah. I think a lot of these are actually from the 50s.
Okay.
And yeah, they're just this is the biggest sort of social housing area.
And this is
in the
social
city.
housing. This is pretty much like a council estate
Exactly.
in Britain.
Yeah.
This is the Dutch equivalent, yeah? They don't look too shabby, mate. I'm going to be completely honest with you. There's no graffiti. There's hardly, in fact, I can't see any rubbish. If I go to like a council estate in London or Birmingham, they're in way worse condition than this.
Yeah, absolutely. And a lot of people here, especially in Amsterdam, they seem to think that the UK is some sort of paradise island. And well, you know, whenever people meet me for the first time,
They haven't seen my
found out
videos
I've
then,
moved-
no.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah. What's your head here, mate? You're a tall man. How tall are you?
I'm 6'6".
6'6". Not often do I wander around with people and I'm made to feel small.
Worst places are Graafstein. If you go by that building there,
Yeah.
totally to the left, you see at the end, you go under the bridge. I think it's a kilometer away.
Okay.
That is the worst place. How you call that? That rap music.
Yeah.
So then you have got two parties.
Oh, like a gang
young kids.
beef
Yeah,
war,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay, I'll check it out.
Graafstein and Geldershoofd, there are two big buildings next to each other.
And they are a feuding opposites, yeah. It's actually quite it's quite picturesque.
It
Like
really
with
is,
some of the
yeah.
green spaces.
Yeah.
Like you know, like again, if this was in Birmingham, you know, near to where I'm from originally, like there'd be rubbish everywhere.
Yeah.
There'd be shopping trolleys in these canals or whatever they are, upside down. There'd be groups of youths hanging around. And here, in the Netherlands, you just got lots of people. They're even staying in lane as they cycle. It's very organised,
Yeah.
very.
Well, the local council here, I mean, there's two sides to it. Obviously, they are very good. They keep everything clean, and that's generally throughout
Okay.
the country.
Yeah.
However, council tax here is a lot higher than what we would pay in England.
Is it?
So
Yeah.
you do pay for that service.
You pay
I
for
guess.
that. Well, everything in life you pay for, don't you?
Yeah,
You know.
exactly.
Would people back home in Britain, let me know in the comments, would you happily pay more council tax? It goes up every year to have this kind of setting. You know what I mean? These buildings here, they're quite utilitarian. You know, they very much look like social housing, but they're clean. The streets are clean. They don't seem to be obvious crime. Would you pay more, even more, in your council tax to live in this type of environment? Let me know.
They demolished the buildings over there.
Okay.
During that period, the balcony we used to walk through, and some guys will come and attack you. Those
Really?
days. Yeah. So when they demolished the buildings, they were all gone. They scattered. You can't
Okay.
find them because here, when you come around here, you get no place to hide. You understand?
Yeah.
If everybody that is coming here, he will notice you.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're saying that before they demolished the old buildings,
yeah.
there were lots of places for criminals to hide?
Yeah. Those were tall buildings, but they have demolished all of them,
Okay.
and they have made it short ones like this. So
Yeah.
yeah. So when you come around, where are you going to hide?
Yeah.
If I'm walking here, you cannot come here and attack me. It's not possible.
So where did the criminals go? If they left there, where did the criminals go to live?
They have spread out.
Yeah.
You understand me? Because when they give you an apartment like this, you cannot be hanging here to attack people. It's
Yeah,
not
yeah.
possible. But before, the balcony is like maybe it can be from the station to over there.
Yeah.
And they have sealed outside. So when you walk through, they'll be hiding. There were some pillars in those buildings, and there were people. They were hiding behind that. You know? So when you go to work, you come at late.
Yeah,
They will
yeah.
attack you.
Really? Have you been attacked?
Yes.
Really?
The other year they took my purse. It was in the lift. Immediately I entered the lift.
Really?
They just came over me like this.
And what do they have knives?
Yeah.
And they
There
threaten?
were three people. Yeah. They put it here.
Really?
Yeah.
So you
but
just
it's
said
not
take
happening.
everything?
No,
yeah?
I just make my hand like this.
Take the wallets,
Yes.
yeah.
So when they finished, they locked the lift.
Yeah.
They pressed it and took me. So when I came back, they are
They're
gone.
long gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But now, yeah, believe me. Here is safe.
Very safe.
Yeah. Very,
You walk
very-
around at night. Would someone's grandmother be safe?
Time, I have lived here, around this, here and over there. I've lived there about 37 years.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what would you say to people that think the Bijlmer is a dangerous
that
hood?
was old Mamba. Now it's
Old news.
Super Bijlmer. It's safe.
Okay.
And sound. You can walk anytime, man. You understand me?
Good place to live.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you speak to most Amsterdam locals, like about where the rough places are and where not to go, generally speaking, this place will always get a mention.
Yep.
And the people that live here, obviously they don't like that reputation, but I think it's more so everyone wants to prove that that's not the case.
Yeah.
It's
But they've moved forward.
exactly.
Is this an affordable option for accommodation? Is it expensive in the city so people come and live here?
I mean, relatively yes,
Yeah.
but I wouldn't say it's affordable like any housing
Yeah.
nowadays.
Is all housing's unaffordable?
Yes.
So what about this reputation of the Bijlmer being a dangerous, notorious area? Is it safe these days? Has it changed?
I generally feel pretty safe. I mean, surely for like a person being queer, there will be a lot of people giving you glances or eyes or maybe yelling some stuff.
Okay.
But
Would that happen anywhere? Is that something that happens more in the Bijlmer, do you think?
I mean, it happens in the city center also, so it happens anywhere.
Yeah. So a lot of Dutch people have the idea that this is the worst area in the Netherlands, in Amsterdam. What would you say to those people that think it's a dodgy area?
Really, the area is nice. Everything is nice here, but only the Bijlmer is ghetto, you know.
Yeah.
Bijlmer is ghetto, but yeah.
Is it dangerous? Are there problems
the
here?
life is normal.
So this area does look a little bit ramshackle, mate. And that chap there, when I started asking him about danger and problems, he seemed a little bit reluctant to talk to me about them.
Yeah.
So that tells me that there might be some antisocial problems in this area. It's more ramshackle, a lot more litter around. The workman there said that there are some issues. So maybe we are uncovering there still is a slight edge here in this part of the Bijlmer. Brexit has caused a lot of problems for us Brits travelling to Europe these days. Now, I can't help you with 90-day stay limits or visa issues, but what I can help you with is avoiding sneaky mobile data roaming charges. I've been using a Saily eSIM to access my mobile data, and I recommend you should too. Now, you may be asking, what's an eSIM, Wendell? Well, let me explain. It's so easy. An eSIM is inside almost all new phones. You just need to download the Saily app and then choose a package that's right for the location you're going to and how much data you need. Then just install the eSIM and activate it. Saily walk you through the instructions on the app. Boston. No messing at the destination airport trying to find a physical SIM. I just landed in Amsterdam, clicked a couple of buttons and I had data. Job done. No need to hunt for Wi-Fi. Eliminates roaming fees. This is the future of travel data on your dog and bone. If you travel, you definitely need a Saily eSIM. Go to saily.com/Wendell and download the app for your next trip. Click the link in the description below and use code Wendell to get an exclusive 15% off your first purchase. You can't beat that.
It had its reputation in time, but it was not so bad like they said always.
Okay, so it was blown falsely out of proportion.
Yeah, you know, it's a name that you're carrying. You know, things happening in past, but we're trying out.
Yeah.
I don't want to live another place like.
You love it. This is your home. You're proud to be a Bijlmer resident.
Yeah.
There's a bit of a thing here at the moment with what they call bike gangs.
Bike gangs.
You get a lot of kids riding around on, they call them fat bikes. So they're these big electric bikes but with the thick tyres.
Yeah, people have started bombing around British towns on them as well, yeah.
We go boom boom.
You do?
Yes.
Yeah, so I've been walking around and no one's threatened me yet.
I don't shoot, man. It's not good hood right here.
I've come to this part of Amsterdam. It has a reputation of being a dangerous area.
Yeah.
Is it dangerous?
Yes.
What problems do you have here?
Shootings.
Really?
Stabbings.
Is this gangs?
Kidnappers. Yes,
Kidnappers?
We shoot all blood.
Okay. You tell him. You're in charge. Yeah. So is it dangerous for me to walk around with a camera?
No, that's not.
No. Is it more like between gangs and young people?
Yeah. Yes. You need to go to Holendrecht. To not be like jumped.
Yeah.
So like if you want to be not jumped, you need to do this.
Do this.
Yeah.
Hold the camera.
Yeah.
See, I do that. Yeah. Yeah. See, if this was a dangerous area, you'd ride off with my camera, wouldn't you? So I make a lot of videos in the UK, in Britain, and we have areas that are much more dangerous than this.
I think I saw you on YouTube.
You seen me, yeah. So what do you think of when you think of places in London? Do you think that they're dangerous areas?
South London.
Yeah.
South London.
South London's bad, yeah.
The Bronx.
That's a good impression. He's the Joker. The Bronx,
Yeah, the
New
Bronx.
York, yeah. I made a video in Philadelphia and Kensington, much more dangerous than here. What would you like to tell the world about this area?
Stop the violence and stop the phone taking, because we need to
make money, not friends.
Make money, not friends.
These two buildings are actually attached.
Yeah.
So it's a huge building going all the way around.
At the back, yeah.
That's the Florijn building that I mentioned earlier.
Yeah.
Most people in Amsterdam will tell you that is the most dangerous area of the city.
Then we shall go in there, mate. We shall go in. We're going to do the exact opposite of what you would normally do, mate. We're going to go into the worst areas and try and get mugged. That's what we're going to try and do. I can see boarded up buildings and stuff down there. Maybe that is the worst area. Do you think that, like traditionally white Dutch people, they come up with stereotypes of these areas because they're, settled by mostly minorities?
Yes.
Do you think that they come up with a reputation that they're dodgy places just de facto because of that?
100%. I think that's exactly what it is.
And that's what's happened here, you think, as well?
Yeah. I mean, with the Bijlmer, as most people say, there's back in the 70s and 80s, it had a reputation for being a bit worse. So that definitely plays a role in it, but in this day and age, I think the majority of it is just down to the fact that it's not predominantly a white Dutch area that gives it the reputation that it has.
Yeah. First thing that looks very like a British site, mate.
Yeah.
Loads of shit floating in some stagnant water is a very British thing in my mind. You seem really happy with life here in the Netherlands.
Yes.
Do you see yourself in the foreseeable going back to live in the UK?
Never.
No?
Couldn't do it.
You think things are that bad in the UK?
Yeah. I mean, since I was 17, I left England quite early. So since I was... I'm 31 now, so we're talking 14 years. I think I've spent 4 in the UK, which was just before I moved here about 2 years ago. And honestly, I almost immediately regretted moving back, even back then. I struggle more to kind of build a stable life in England than I have anywhere else, which is bizarre when it's my own country. I speak the language perfectly.
Many people are saying it, mate. Many people are saying it. So you think people live better on average, the average person in the Netherlands,
Absolutely.
Despite the high cost of living, despite the high taxes, you think that they live a better life than the average person in the UK?
Yeah. Don't get me wrong, it's still hard here. It's very hard to get by and to build a proper life here, but yeah, for me it's much easier than England.
A very British thing, look, an upside down shopping trolley. Nothing is more British than an upside down shopping trolley in a canal. Here we go. I think we're going into the hood, mate. That's the first sign.
You might be right.
My friend, hello. What's life like living in this area? Is it good? What's it like to live here as young people?
Here, I don't go outside very often.
Yeah.
But it's like, it's not so dangerous here.
Certain places are dangerous than other places.
Because we don't mess with the people that are dangerous.
You're good lads.
Yes.
Yeah. The Bijlmer has a reputation many years ago of being a very dangerous place, but how is it now?
It's not so dangerous as people say.
No?
No.
You think that's an unfair reputation?
Look, you're new.
Yes, of course.
Somebody pick your pocket, you're going to say it's dangerous.
Of course.
But it's not so dangerous.
Yeah, I've been walking around talking to people. Everyone's very friendly, very open. Yeah, good people, yeah.
It's not a ghetto.
No.
It's a social place.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, people live together. Sometimes we have argue with each other.
Yep.
But it's not so dangerous.
Yeah, I'm feeling much more safe.
But it's not dangerous.
So in the United Kingdom, in Britain, I go around places like London, Birmingham. They're far more dangerous and edgy doing what I do than here. Do you live here? Yeah. And how is life for you?
Look, I just moved like a few months ago here, and I mean it's beautiful. The people in it are very welcoming, right? And,
yeah.
Look, the vibes are good, right? As they say. I mean, you go through the street like when the weather is beautiful, you have all kinds of people outside just chilling, like enjoying a nice conversation, all this stuff. So that's really indeed like a different kind of story compared to the Centrum or any other places. Like in Germany, for instance, you go and I mean it's much less. Much more gloomy, right?
Yeah. So what would you say to people that have an idea that the Bijlmer is the most dangerous hood in Amsterdam?
Well, I say, guys, I mean, check for yourself, right? I mean, it's not that bad, and it's honestly not that bad at all. So
yeah,
I mean,
come and visit for yourself. Make up your own.
In the eye of the beholder, right?
Of course, yeah. Make up your own mind. Don't listen to what everybody else says. Thank you very much, gents. Thank you. So this where we're walking now, is this what you would call the town centre of the Bijlmer?
Exactly. Yeah. This is the main shopping area.
If this is the centre, the town centre of the roughest area in Amsterdam or the Netherlands, this is so clean, so nice.
Yeah.
Like, if I walk around Luton or Slough, like, Britain is in a far worse state when it comes to town centres than this. There'd be street drinkers everywhere. I don't see anybody doing any street drinking. In Luton, I filmed a month ago, 10, 11 in the morning, groups of men drinking strong beer.
Yeah.
That early. I'm not really seeing that here. Everyone's drinking coffee and eating pastries.
Yeah.
How very sophisticated and European. Many people that watch my channel, they blame mass immigration, issues like that. And obviously we've had unrest recently because certain people think that it's got to a tipping point. But to my understanding, the Netherlands is a place that has had a lot of migration over the years from its former colonies and from all different parts of the world, and you can see that in the people that are walking around.
Yeah, absolutely, and it's not even just the former colonies really. I mean, you'll see a lot of Turkish people in Amsterdam, a lot of Moroccan people. It's obviously as well a lot of Surinamese, Caribbean, such as people from Curacao or Sint Maarten and places like that. But this area in particular is quite well known for being very multicultural. Which I think also plays a big role in the reputation it has with a lot of Amsterdam natives.
So you've just opened this streetwear store here in the Bijlmer, the Forest. Tell us a little bit about what you're doing.
My name is Notorious. I'm a 24 years fashion designer from Amsterdam, so like from the streets, and like I own this brand, and I started this brand like 2 years ago.
I came to the Bijlmer because it has this reputation of being a quite dangerous place. I'm starting to find out that the people are quite friendly and it's not dangerous compared to some places in the UK. What's life like living here?
I think you can compare the Bijlmer to the UK. The UK is far different than over here. Like the Bijlmer is dangerous when you make it dangerous for yourself. Like the boys here are not crazy. We're not crazy. The beefs only start when something really happens. It's not like the guys here over here will just take maybe a knife or a gun and just go pull someone off. That's not how it goes over here. Here is really something behind. If you keep yourself on the right path, there's nothing happening with you. You're fine. Like there's never gonna steal your phone. You can give your phone to a 5-year-old child. Nothing is happening. You can give $50 to a 10-year-old child. You can walk on the street. Nothing is gonna happen. I think that's a big difference with when I like in France or when I'm maybe in London. Well, I haven't been yet, but then the stories I'm hearing about London. But I've been in France a lot. Like when you get to France, you hear the metro, take care, pickpockets. Like it's crazy. Like
you don't have that here. You just don't have that petty street crime.
No way.
I feel safe walking around. I've given my camera to kids, teenagers, and they haven't run off with it.
Anything what happens here, it's really planned, and there is always a reason behind. Nothing happens here like No, that's not true.
So if something happens, it's normally organised crime.
Yeah.
You know, there's gangs, I guess, like
Yeah,
everywhere.
yeah.
But the general person on the street not going to run into trouble. No.
If a general person is something happened, or a general person is maybe like something serious, like a watch.
Yeah.
Like let me see a Rolex Datejust or
Yeah.
something better than that even. But my boys will not do shit for less than 10K. You know.
Yeah.
Like something like there really needs to be something.
Something worth the
Yeah.
risk of
I
the
hear
crime.
in UK people do phones like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think if you keep your wits about you in most places in the world, you're going to be okay. But it certainly feels safe to walk around. The people are very friendly as well, very friendly.
It is. We are. Trust me. People in Amsterdam, like just in Holland, are friendly people.
Yeah. Why do you think that is?
Because we are brought up like that in school. Like
good respect for
good respect
other people.
for the older people. You will see us standing in the bus and letting the older ones seat. Just general things. No dirt, clean place.
Yeah.
I'll call Amsterdam one of the best places to live.
2021, I started with 6 t-shirts.
That's true.
That's the story.
That's true. 100. 2021, I started with 6 shirts, and now I have this. I've seen more than 10,000 shirts gone.
That's it.
Yeah.
It shows people that if you really want to achieve anything in life, if you're perseverant, if you have the time, you work hard, you're clever, then anything's possible.
I've put it over there. You can see it there on the wall.
Yeah.
That's the truth of the game.
That's a really good, I can tell that you're a very driven, focused young man. You're going to do well in business.
That's the truth of the game.
Yeah.
Very simple, all the fish and trust the process. And you know, it's just a game we're playing. You know, I love the game, I love the hustle.
Yeah.
It's a game.
You're a natural born hustler.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trust me, if you're from the streets, you're natural in it. You're natural in it.
Do you come and do your shopping here in this market, mate?
Always, yeah.
Yeah, so this is where the value is, yeah?
Absolutely.
Cloves, loads of fruit and veg.
You'll get a lot of, especially like fresh fruit and veg that you won't be able to get in the supermarkets here. So,
yeah.
You know, your plantains and things.
Yeah, Caribbean produce.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's way cheaper than buying it in the supermarkets, and it's also much fresher. It'll last a lot longer.
And how's business? Is it busy? Yeah, because here, when I go to markets in England, there's not a lot of business anymore. A lot of shops are shutting down, but you're still making good money here in the Netherlands. Busy? Yeah. Where is the most dangerous area in Amsterdam? None.
No.
Everywhere in Amsterdam. Every place very good.
Yes.
Okay, so
everywhere.
So you said you didn't speak English, and now you do. Lewis, mate, I just want to thank you for inviting me over to Amsterdam, to your adopted new home that you seem very happy in, and I think we've put the story to bed. Like parts of the Netherlands that are considered to be the roughest areas, like they're not dangerous areas at all compared to how things are back in Britain.
I don't think so. I mean, I'm not from the roughest city in England either. Like where I'm from it's a pretty relaxed city. But even now, you go home, the high streets died off completely.
Yeah.
You know, the businesses are struggling to survive due to high rent costs or whatever. Whereas here, I mean, there's so much opportunity still, even if you live in what's considered to be the more sort of poverty-stricken areas or whatever. Everything's super clean.
Yeah.
Everywhere's safe.
Life in general is much better. Like we've met friendly, welcoming locals in these so-called notorious areas, and it just makes you think, like, why does Britain look so bad in comparison to the same areas, similar areas in Amsterdam? I don't know, folks. I mean, let me know in the comments what you think about that. What do you think about the state of some of the areas in Britain that I filmed in compared to how people live here in the Netherlands? Anyway, from me and Lewis in the beautiful city of Amsterdam, thanks for watching. Until next time.